Season 5 of Camp Cretaceous is out and the ending is absolutely magnificent, and it leaves us with a huge question and potentially confirmation of a brand new series of Camp Cretaceous. All that in today's video, so let's get straight into it. So hello everybody and welcome to today's video with me, Shadows, where we're going to be talking about Camp Cretaceous Season 6, or the spin-off, whatever it might be called. Now, needless to say, this is going to contain spoilers. If you haven't seen Season 5, come back after you've watched this video. With that out of the way, let's get into what this new series, this new spin-off could be, and the ending of Camp Cretaceous Season 5 as well. Now, as you all know, we see the ending of Season 5 where the campers are obviously in the future by 2 years, because the events of Camp Cretaceous Season 5 are set during 2016, but the ending is actually 2018. And how do I know that? Well, obviously the campers have aged, as you can see in the screenshots, but also they reference FallenKingdom, Lockwood Manor. Now, Lockwood Manor is indeed going on at that time because Brooklyn is going on about investigating it and the dinosaurs are out in the wild, and then all of a sudden you see lovely Darius look out his window because he feels a stomp, and a Brachy is outside his window, which shows now the dinosaurs are out in the world. We did do a theory on an adult season of the campers back on the channel a few weeks ago, so check that out. But this scene here and these last ending 3-4 minutes, whatever, near enough confirms the basis of a new season if they wanted to go out. I don't think the campers story is over because we'll have so much to go on and everything else. So let's delve into what they could do and how they're going to do it. What are the campers doing and what information have we taken away from these ending scenes? Now, we will get into what the campers will be doing individually in 2018 in this spin-off, this new season, whatever it might be called. Now, nothing is 100% officially confirmed, but they've clearly left the ending very open to continue it if they so wish. Now, it's been extremely successful for Netflix and Universal, so it's anticipated that in the future they will continue this. From my point of view anyway. So what will the campers actually be doing in this new series, and individually what will they be doing? So let's start what they'll be doing as a storyline. So obviously it's set at the end of 2018. Obviously all the events of Lockwood Manor have unfolded. The Endoraptor's been killed and all the dinosaurs are now out in the world. So you imagine the storylines which could come with that with the campers. They could be out trying to lasso these dinosaurs, get them to the Biosyn Sanctuary, because obviously Biosyn is obviously mentioned in Season 5 as well. Lewis Dodgson obviously knows all about that island and obviously knows about Kenji, the Manticorp Island, the dinosaurs there. So the campers indeed could quite easily have a story revolving around the real world events with the dinosaurs on the mainland, a story revolving around uncovering other conspiracies and dinosaurs, velociraptors, everything rampaging through the countryside. Now, they could individually have their own stories around the country, but it'd be much better if they come back together as a camp fam and do it all together. But as we see at the end of Season 5, they all got their own little parts and they're all everywhere around the world. And the first person you see is actually Darius, and he's holding a talk at a convention in 2018. Now, he's obviously holding a big audience talk, talking about the events of Isla Nublar, how he survived, yada yada yada. And then you see him back at his house with Kenji and Brandon, who he's obviously adopted Kenji because Kenji's there with him, looking a lot older, a lot smarter, a lot wiser. And they've obviously posted this on like a YouTube channel or a social media, and they're getting some type of response there. And they're obviously a lot older, and I think they're going to college or are in college along some type of lines. Next up, you then see Ben, because they have like a call online, like a Facebook call or a Discord call, whatever it might be. And you see Ben, and he is with May and he is with Bumpy. And you see him, Ben, looking a lot like me, looking very long haired, a little bit shaggy he is there. But yeah, Ben is obviously there with Bumpy, he's with May, he's doing some type of conservation work, I suspect, helping May to do what she does and in really enjoying his time on the island. So you can see he's very much still involved with the dinosaurs 2 years after the events of Season 5. And then you see Sammy and Yaz, who are obviously still together, which is great to see. You see Yaz has gone into Texas there, so she has joined Sammy in Texas, and I think they were looking at colleges. I think Yaz was looking at colleges. Ideally, she'd probably be doing it with sport. It doesn't seem to be like she's doing much with dinosaurs at this stage. And Sammy is obviously doing a lot with the ranch, because you see and hear them mention a lot about giving a shipment of meat to Ben on that island. So Yaz is very much doing her scholarship in sports, I'd assume, and Sammy is very much doing her ranching family business. And then that brings us on to Brooklyn, who comes in with a snazzy new haircut there. She's got a very sharply cut hairdress and style. And she is obviously gone into like some type of conspiracy theorist, news buff reporter, breaking apart scandals, because she is now saying that she's uncovered this huge event and scandal at the Lockwood Manor, which is obviously Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And she says that there's dinosaurs potentially out in the wild. Now, she doesn't say that exactly. She says it could seem like a hoax, therefore implying people are saying they're seeing dinosaur sightings. And then that's where they basically say, in a nutshell, let's get the gang back together and explore this further. Just before she says that, in a nutshell, she says she will speak to Kenji later on privately, which implies that they're kind of still together maybe, or they are together fully, and they obviously continue in their relationship, which is great. And then the call comes to a close, and that's where we see and hear the massive footsteps. At first you think it's going to be like a T-Rex or something like cliche outside, but no, it literally turns to be a Brachiosaurus outside, and that confirms that there's obviously dinosaurs in the world. They're now everywhere in the world, which will open a massive story arc then for the campers and a brand new series entirely to follow through. There's lots of content there, lots of source material, lots of lore which they can delve into if they really wanted to continue a brand new season, or season 6. It'd have to be named something else, I suppose, rather than season 6, because it's not really a continuation of the original Camp Cretaceous, so it'd have to be a new story with the adult campers, and it could be so much in there, especially now we know how the story will unfold for Dominion. They can build lots of Dominion stories into this new Camp Cretaceous spin-off story. I mean, what happens to Kenji's father? We obviously know he goes to jail, but for how long? He might not have very long in there. He could come out at some point. He could overturn his decision. What happens to Manticorp? Does that get dismantled? Is it still running? You know, what happens to Lewis Dodgson and the Manticorp Island? Because he obviously knows it's still there, although he doesn't know the location, but I'm pretty sure a man as resourceful as Dodgson could quite easily find where that Manticorp Island is and get the dinosaurs off there. And it's hugely hinted at, because they say that the dinosaurs at the end of Dominion were Little E.T. and Big E.T., but then they say it's the Buck and Doe from the Lost World, but Buck and Doe are apparently Little E.T. It gets really confusing, and the directors really need to come up with a definitive answer as to what them dinosaurs are, because it seems very mishmash. The same with the Spinosaurus. You have Scott Creamer saying, yes, it is the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, and then you have Colin Trevorrow saying, well, I don't think it is the same Spinosaurus because it's got a different sound, but I'd like to think it maybe is. It's like, well, what's the real answer here? Because it's getting awfully confusing, and it sounds like there's a massive communication breakdown, so we really need definitive answers for just stories of Camp Cretaceous and other events. And we also need to know what Kenji's actually doing, because we know he obviously has all his father's money. Is that from Manticorp? Is that from his father? Is that from a new business setting up and protecting dinosaurs? We really need to find a definitive answer for that. But all this could be wrapped up in a brand new season, and I think that'd be absolutely awesome. I'm sure there's a fan base there for it. I, for one, would love to see it. I know you guys would probably want to see it. I'm rambling anyway, guys. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. I'd like to thank my Patreons as always. Thank you, Patreons. And there's plenty of content on the channel. Go and binge it now. You'll enjoy it. See you guys in the next one. Cheers now. Bye-bye.